All right, we got 21 people online, and we have 7 people logged in on video. Let's go, guys. All right, guys. So thank you guys for hopping on the call and being on time here. So we're gonna have Stephon and Ken go over leadership traits that are necessary in our business. One thing we're gonna talk about is being prepared, and being prepared, having a solid routine that will get you to having great habits. No more waiting, guys. We have Stephon on the line. So Stephon, the floor is yours, my brother.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it. Good morning, leaders. Feels good to be back, and working and all that. I appreciate those of you who did send out your condolences and love to me for the tragedy that happened in my family. I just wanted to thank you guys all, for that. It really, really helped, when times were getting tough. So just wanted to start off with that with a little gratitude and, you know, thank the team for that. So, yeah, what I wanted to talk about today, what we were asked to talk about was habits, routine, and schedule. Um, for me personally, I always just focus on you. And I'm a firm believer that so goes the leader, so goes the team, and the law of attraction. So, who you are as a leader is what you're going to attract. So, if you're finding that your team is not progressing and you're not, growing the way that you want to, you need to do like Michael Jackson says in one of his songs. You got to look at the man in the mirror. You got to look at yourself, and your team is a direct reflection of who you are as a leader. So I have a few things that I do for myself to prepare to make sure that I'm ready to be the best leader that I could possibly be for my team on a daily basis. But it's actually a lot of these things that I share with you, and a lot of times when I'm speaking, I'm passionate. I'm not even really talking to you guys. I'm talking to myself. I'm telling myself this stuff because I know that if I personify these characteristics, I'm gonna, attract that, and my guys are gonna become that. So for my own personal, so just sharing some things that I do. The first thing that I like to do to prepare myself is to put myself in a positive mental state, right? So some people do the Tony Robbins, and you guys do I already forget what it priming. For me personally, I like to get up and read a few quotes, and then I like to put myself through a challenging workout. I like to put myself through a challenging workout. So that's the first thing I do in the morning is I get up and I put myself through. I don't like running. It's something that, is not my favorite, but I've learned to challenge myself and push myself in the mornings. So that's the first thing I do is I get up and I go give myself a challenging run. It puts me in a positive state of mind. Anyone who works out understands this. Like after you got a good pump and you've hit the gym, like I've never seen anyone at the gym, like when they're walking out of the gym, they're always holding the door for the person coming in. They're always grateful to the staff. The staff's like, have a nice evening. You're like, you too. Like you're always in a positive, those endorphins start to kick in, and you're always in a positive state of mind. So I like to start my morning off with that. The second thing I do is I reflect. I reflect on the day, the conversations that I've had. I reflect on my team. I reflect on myself. So I just try to stay in a state of mind where I'm just reflecting, kind of meditating, just thinking about, just whatever comes to my mind with my team. So like this morning, like I had a call with Speedy, I had a call with Ronell, and I just really reflected on how and what I wanted to say to Speedy and Ronell, how I wanted the conversation to go. And I felt like it went pretty well this morning. We were able to, come to a common ground and figure out the right plan of execution. So 1 and 2, 1, I work out, I put myself in a positive state of mind. Second, I do some reflecting and self-talk. The third thing I do is I review and plan my day. So on Sundays, I sit down and I plan my entire week out, who I want to spend time with in the field, who I want to have calls with. I plan out dinner with my wife, when I'm going to call my mom and dad. Like I just plan out my entire week. So in the morning, I just review what my plan of action is for the day, and then I just execute. The number four thing, so number three is review, plan day, and execute. Number four is I just stack wins. The way that I stack wins is by accomplishing all this stuff that I have planned already. So I start my day off with, I mean, by the time 7 o'clock hits in the morning, I've already got 3 wins. Some of you guys aren't even up at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm like, damn, I'm already ahead of the game here, you know? If I could stack 15, 16 wins in a day, where am I going to be 6 months from now? And I learned that from Kobe Bryant. I was watching a video and he was talking about when he first moved to the States. He was 11 years old and he played an entire season. He was so bad, he didn't score 1 point the entire season. Not one bucket, not a free throw, not a layup, not a lucky heave to the basket. Not 1 point he scored, right? So what he did was he did some reflection and evaluated, and he said, okay, I'm going to focus on one thing that I want to improve on, and I'm going to master that this summer. And he mastered that. So when he turned 12, he got good at shooting mid-range jumpers because he spent a whole summer focusing on that, right? So then he scored I think he said he averaged 7 points that next season. And then by 13, he did the same thing. By the time he hit 14 and was like in high school, those same players that were dominating when he was 11, he was dominating them now, right? So he just said, focus on one thing and just keep stacking those wins. And over time, you will see the gap that you will create, from you and your competition. When I didn't always have the best team in this company. I didn't always have the number one team. I just knew that if I just worked my ass off every day, didn't take a day off, Monday through Friday, that eventually I'm going to catch the guys that I'm chasing. And then I'm just going to keep doing that. And eventually I'm going to separate myself from those guys. So stacking those wins every single day, I have 15, 16 things that I need to get done, and I'm stacking them every single day. So in 6 months, I look up and I'm highly successful. So those are 4 key things that I do on a daily basis to help myself be prepared to execute at a high level. All right. And then there's 3 key things that I feel that I wanted to share that you could review and just kind of like just keep in the back of your mind, right? So number one, in order for you to really build a strong team, in order for you to build a team that's gonna last, in order for you to have some type of traction and gain momentum, the first thing is, like I said, you got to look in the mirror, but you have to personify the rep that you want to attract. You have to be that rep. You can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Oh, when I get that top rep on my team, then I'll be motivated. No, like before we started recruiting in this company and we had recruits coming in, we all had to personally recruit. And I didn't have a huge personal recruiting pipeline. All of my friends and stuff are older and working corporate jobs. Like I didn't have a lot of young people to recruit to come do door-to-door sales. So I was really limited. Andy was popping. Dre was popping. These young guys had all these friends in college and stuff. They had recruits galore. I didn't, right? But I always knew that we would get there as a company, and once we started getting those recruits, I was going to blow up. But I knew that I had to personify the rep that I wanted to attract. So if I want a high producing sales team, I have to be a high producing sales rep. If I want guys to be professional and to respect the client, I have to be that type of leader. You know, if I want guys to be aggressive with recruiting, I have to be aggressive with recruiting. If I want guys to never take a day off and always take out trainees, I have to be that guy. So you have to personify the rep that you want to attract. And if you're attracting the wrong reps, again, you need to listen to that Michael Jackson video or song and just look in the mirror. It's you. You're the reason why that you're in the position that you're in. All right. And if you are doing well, it's you, and continue to do that. All right. The second thing I wanted to share is your team on average will be 80% of you. So if I'm a 10 order a week guy, my guys are going to do 8 orders. If I'm a 3 order a week guy, my guys are going to do 1 to 2 orders. Right. So most guys on this call are pushing for partnership and they want to aspire to get to partnership. Understand that. So I look at the sales. I'm looking at the sales production here, right? And just keeping it real and keeping it honest. We have 4 people that are hitting the leadership standards, and 12 Peter and Frankie who are outliers, two that are just like really great at sales and are they killed it, right? But the rest are below average numbers. And when I look at those numbers, I look at individuals that are inconsistent and don't have a schedule. They're not sticking to a routine. Frankie's going to be on the call tomorrow, and there's no magic pixie dust or anything that he does different. If anyone has ever worked with Frankie, they understand that the dude has a routine and a regimen that he sticks to on a daily basis, and he doesn't break it for anybody. I'm like, hey, Frankie, can this guy ride with you? No. He doesn't break it for anybody. He sticks to his routine. And this is why he's successful. There's nothing special about the guy other than he's stubborn enough he found out something that works and he sticks with it. So when I look at these numbers, I look at a bunch of inconsistent behavior, a bunch of guys who will have a successful day and take their foot off the gas when I see these numbers, right? So if your team will be an average of the team on average will be 80% of your production. So again, if you're a high producer, you're gonna attract and have guys producing at a high level, you know. The third thing that I want to share with you guys in this leadership phase is there's guys who we talked about them being front runners and they're having somewhat success, and then they bask and enjoy that success and they stop doing the things that got them there. I think people who do that lack the ability to have like a long view, a big picture, you know. For someone to take their foot off the gas for a short-term success means that they lack a bigger picture, you know. So my why, I come from a family that doesn't have a lot of money, and I have to be the cornerstone of my family. I have a mission. My mission in my family is to change and break that cycle of poverty and poor mentality, you know, thinking through the younger generation in my family and teaching them and trying to be the best example to them. So I have a bigger mission. So when you have a person who has a mission that's trying to change an entire family versus a person who has a goal to make $100,000, who do you think is gonna freaking really win and stay longevity? Right? I'm not gonna stop. 100,000, the money and stuff is gonna come, is gonna be a byproduct of my work, but I have a bigger view, a bigger why and why I do things versus the individual who's just trying to make, you know, 100 grand in a year, you know. So an individual who attains small success and then takes their foot off of gas, that just clearly shows that they lack and they don't have a big enough why and why they do things. And those people will have trouble being successful. So the last gem I have is enjoy the process. Like, success is a daily thing. You have to win every single day. That's the challenge in it. Is can you win every single day? You know? So enjoy the process, win every day. Um, this is a lifetime process. Like again, it's for life. Like I'm constantly gonna be chasing success for life. I used to think like, man, why are billionaires so fucking greedy? They got billions. Why do they want more? That's not it. They just have built a process in life of habits of wanting to win and succeed every single day. That's just who they are. It's not that they want to make more money. It's just in them now to win every single day and to challenge themselves. If you're not getting better every single day, then you're not successful. Maintaining or going backwards is failure. So it's just the small wins every single day, pushing yourself, doing something more every single day. That is what success is, you know? So this is a lifetime freaking effort. It's not a 6 month, oh, I'm going to go hard for 3 months. No, you go hard every single day and prepare to go hard the rest of your life. You know, it's a daily process. You got to eat the big elephant one bite at a time, you know, one bite at a time. So, um, Ken, that's all I really have, man. Just kind of recapping again, start your day off with some type of positive mental stimulation. For me, exercising gets me in that positive state of mind. It's imperative that you take time to reflect and think about what's going on in your life and why things are happening. Reflect on your team. Reflect on why you didn't hit your goals yesterday. Reflect on why you did hit your goals yesterday. Reflect on why your team is not hitting their goals. Reflect on conversations that you may have had with your reps. Like spend time, that quadrant 2, as Stephen Covey talks about, that's most important. You got to spend time in that quadrant 2 like area in reflection. It's super important. um, and then review your plan. I plan a week in advance. I plan my week on Sunday. So when Monday comes, I just have to execute. I don't even have to think. When Tuesday comes, I already know what I'm doing for the day. Now there's some things my wife may give me that I have to add onto the list midweek or whatever. You can add it onto it, but for the most part, my big rocks, the things that I need to get accomplished, I already have them planned and programmed in for the week. So I just execute. So 3, review, plan, and execute. And 4, freaking by the execute and just stack your wins, right? Personify the rep that you want to attract. Remember that your reps are going to be 80% of you. So if you are high performing, that's what you're going to produce, right? And then most importantly, enjoy the process of the everyday grind. Like relish in it. I used to tell myself I hate running. I hate it. I don't like it. But now I tell myself, Stephon, you need this. This is making you better. This is making you stronger. This is putting you in the positive state of mind that's going to help you be a better businessman, a better father, a better husband, a better leader to your leaders. Like this is why you're running. And then like for example, if I showed you my toe on Saturday, I went to play basketball and this freaking dude stepped on my toenail and broke it. My toenail is blue. It's purple. It's going to fall off. And this morning, that freaking little wimpy self-talk started going in my head like, Stephon, you shouldn't run this morning. Your toe hurts. It's hurting right now. And I'm like, nope, you're trying to change your family. Get your butt up. Let's go and get it. And I went up and ran this morning, you know? So it's a daily struggle. And that's success right there. That's a win. If I would have stayed in the bed, I would have lost. So I already got a win this morning. So I get confidence from those wins, you know? So if when a team falls apart or the team fails, I remember Ken calling me during the break and he's like, man, you just seem so calm. Like you're not even worried. It seems I'm like, man, Ken, You know, the confidence, like you and I, we've done this a million times. So if we have to do it again, like we got this, baby. You know, that confidence comes from stacking wins and stacking wins and stacking wins. So that's all I really have to share here, Ken. You can take over.
How are you guys doing this morning? How you guys want to have a great attitude and how to have a impenetrable attitude of success? And get with Stephon. I've seen this man, you know, I tell this story a million times, but it really resonated with me. It really showed what it means to be determined and have perseverance, right? Stephon was hemmed up, or supposedly looked like a suspect that robbed a bank, right, when he was in the field, right? He got hemmed up and he got detained, embarrassed, and harassed for about 2 hours in the field, you know, and yet he still picked his back up after they cleared him, and he went out there and he hit his goal that day. I just remember that, and I was like, man, this man is gonna be something. I just gotta, you know, be close to him, and we'll do something great together, right? And here we are. You know, so again, you know, Stephon is, you know, they said that success leave clues, guys. So, you know, we have a lot of great people here around us that have different traits. Again, Stephon's ability to handle tough situations despite the circumstances is more than impressive, all right? So good job. Thank you, Stephon. All right. So before I go into my meeting, let's stretch out a little bit. All right, let's stretch out a little bit. Let's take a good minute. Get some juice flow. I know it's Monday, guys. I know it's Monday, but it's very important to get our mind right, right? It's very important to get our habits into thinking right. We got a lot of noise, a lot of junk that's happening around us. And if we don't learn how to plug those weeds out and replace it with some good, positive nutrition and water and feed our mind, we're going to be succumb to those weeds and we're going to be taken down by those negativities. Does that make sense, guys? So good job doing the right things, being on this call, guys. Good job feeding your mind, feeding your goals, and reaffirming your whys, okay? You guys ready? All right, put thumbs up if you're ready. All right. Andy, can you please play that video? I want to show you guys this video first. This video, every time I watch it, it reminds me of what's, it keeps me focused. You know, and I want to share with you guys this, this video. It's about 10 minutes long, right? But it's very impactful. Just, I know it seems a little old. I know it's, you know, a fable from China, right? But it's very important. It's relevant to what we're doing. All right, great. All right, so I just tell you guys this story instead of the video. When you get a chance, I'll show you the link on GroupMe. Definitely take a look at that video. It's very, very powerful. Basically, the video talks about a man that is planting this bamboo field, right? Now, if you guys don't know, back in China, bamboos are very widely used. It's very profitable if you have like a bamboo field, because it's used to you know, construct buildings and you know, used to even build skyscrapers till today. So if you are able to successfully grow a bamboo field, you're pretty much made it, right? You can definitely, you know, you're definitely gonna change your family tree, right? So this man set out to do that. He set out to grow this field of bamboo, right? So, you know, the thing about the bamboo is that you have to water it every day. You have to water it every day, the same time, the same place, because if you don't water it every day, it's gonna die, right? And all your hard work is going to be wasted, right? So this farmer went out to do that because he see vision of his family. He see, you know, how his family is gonna be well off. He's gonna change his family tree. His family's not doing well right now. They're a normal farmer. They just exchange things at the normal market, and they're just making ends meet, right? Barely surviving, barely eating, and he can barely feed his family. So he has his dream. You know, he want to do what's the impossible. He want to be the man that's able to create this bamboo field. So he set off to do that. So the man every day would take water and go to his field, and he would water the bamboo. All right, he do this day in and day out, day in and day out. 1 year pass, nothing, right? So it's every single day, 365 days of the year, this man would take water from his house, walk miles to his field, water the plant, and for 1 year, nothing. Second year happened, same thing. You know, his family's like, you know, it's 2 years already. Is this gonna be? Is this gonna really happen? Right? We believe in you, you know, but it's been 2 years. You know, maybe we just stick with what we're farming now. You know, maybe, you know, we can just put our effort into planting carrots and vegetables and normal things that we can sell at the farmers market and not have to wake up so early, water the plant, and, you know, it's been 2 years, right? The man's like, no, you know, I know we can do this normal farming crops like carrots and so forth, but it's not going to give us the life that we want. I'm tired of being broke. I'm tired of living ends meet, right? So he continued to do it, right? 3 years, nothing. In 3 years, not even a sprout on the ground, right? At this point, everybody in the village start to mock the man, think the man is crazy, you know, start to laugh at him. He become the laughing stock of the village, the old fool that spent 3 years waking up early to water this bamboo instead of just doing what everybody else is doing and doing what's normal and doing what's working, right? But, you know, the man at this point, you know, he lost somewhat hope already. I mean, it's been 3 years, but at this point, the man have just gotten used to it. And he thought, man, I've been doing this already. Every morning I wake up, I go to the field, and I water a plant. I might as well continue. What's the harm now, right? 4 years pass by, nothing. At this point, the man's like, man, I must be crazy. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's the norm, it's what I do. I'm already used to being laughed at. You know, I don't want to give up, so screw it. Finally, the 5th year, he watered the plant, and finally he came back to the spot and he saw like a little sprout about 1 inch high, little green leaf. He was so excited, right? He ran back to the village like, yes, yes, 2 inches, you see this, right? The village is like, what the heck are you talking about? 5 years you've seen a green sprout and you're excited? You're crazy, old man, right? Sure enough, within 6 weeks, the bamboo sprouted 90 to 100 feet. 90 to 100 feet. Can you imagine nothing for 5 years? And then in 6 weeks, it sprouted 90 to 100 feet. Now the question I have for you guys, and you guys can unmute yourself, is did the bamboo sprouted in 6 weeks? Right? Not the leaders that heard this message already, right? Those that haven't heard the message. Did the bamboo take 6 weeks to sprout 90 to 100 feet? What do you think, Diego?
I've heard this message before, but I don't believe it grew up in those 6 weeks.
I love your smile, though.
It took 5 years.
Gotcha.
And watering
How about
it every
Vivian?
single day made it sprout on that 5th year.
5 years before you see it. And it took 6 weeks to grow up to 90 to 100 feet. 6 weeks for the bamboo to grow that high?
No, it took every day for 5 years.
Took every day for 5 years. I'm sorry, if you guys answered already, I just couldn't hear it. I have speaker issues. So what you guys, what people don't realize about the bamboo is that the bamboo is very thin, right? And for it to be 90 feet tall, it needs to build a root system strong enough to withstand the wind and hard terrains and bad weather so that it can stand tall, right? So although you don't see what's happening every single day when the farmer is watering the plant, it was deepening the roots, right? The bamboo tree can actually roots up to miles long, right? I brought this, I want to share the story with you guys because a lot of time, you know, we live in a society where instant gratification is the norm, right? You do something, you put in a few days, you put in a few months, sometimes a few years, and then you don't see the result, and then you quit, right? I am convinced that nothing lasts, nothing worthwhile is easy. And I believe that the bigger the why, the bigger the purpose, the bigger the outcome, it's going to take deeper roots. It's going to take foundations, right? Look at this picture right here with Amazon. This is Jeff Bezos in 1999. 1999, guys. For over a decade, this man was like a madman, right? I think he was like in billions of dollars in debt, trying to start up this company called Amazon, this online-based company that everybody think is like at first okay, but after 5 years, after 10 years, I think he's insane, right? This is a picture from 1999. And they show him a picture now of what Amazon headquarters looks like.
He spray painted the logo on the wall.
And you know how old he looked? You see that picture? You see how old he looked and how beat up he is, how weak he looked? Have you guys seen Jeff Bezos now?
Yeah, he looks rich.
He looked rich. He's all buff.
What
right?
money could buy surgeries.
But this man looked younger than he was when he's in 1999, man. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. It's like, no, it's one thing to say you have money so you look more sexy, but this guy actually looked more sexy, right? It's like, it actually changed him, right? This is Amazon now. You guys see it? Take a look at that.
Crazy.
Right? And this is pre-pandemic, right? His stock just freaking went up, right? About 50% during the pandemic, right? This guy's gonna take over the whole city.
5 million or something.
Right? So, you know, I want to leave you guys with this. Just remember that, you know, success, don't focus so much on the result. Don't focus so much on like I guess the money even, right? And I know when I say this, people, you know, don't like it, right? But it's true. It's true. When I started this business, I never focused on the money. I know that the money will come when I learn certain skills. If I can possess what Stephon's able to do that day when he was detained and harassed and still get back up, pick up his material and still go and make a sell and feed his family, that to me was something I desired badly, right? When I heard that, when I saw that, man, I just thought if I can just learn how to have that strong of a mentality, I will be unstoppable. So in the field, right? In the field, you guys are going through it now, and I know what you guys are thinking. It's so easy for Ken to say, so easy for Andy to say, freaking mofo, right? They're just collecting overrides and shit, right? So easy for them to say. But guys, it didn't start today. Like my mentality and the way I think was shaped in the field. That's why I love leadership so much. I believe that what you guys are experiencing right now in the leadership field will change your life, right? It will give you the skills, mentality, and ability to level you up in ways that you can't imagine, right? It's easy to get discouraged when you don't hit your goal today. It's easy to get discouraged when you lose your team. But guys, how are you going to be great if you can't handle it? If I was to quit back in Texas, right, because I lost my team, right, after that 2.5 years, the story I told you guys last week, would we be here, right?
No,
would Andy have that Mercedes, right? Would Stephon be able to take a few weeks to take care of family stuff and still have an amazing team that hold it down? Would we be on this call? I'm excited for the future, guys, right? Because nobody in the industry right now is doing what we're doing. When everybody else is tapping out, when everybody have justified valid reasons why they cannot go door to door and why they cannot go business to business to be successful, we are fucking it up, right? We are already where we were prior to the pandemic with 40% of the people. Are you guys aware of that? We have 40% of the people with as much production.
Trim the fat, trim the fat.
We're trimming the fat, right? We're focusing on like-minded people. We're building roots. We're building foundations. And I'm so honored to be with you guys. So honored. I sincerely mean it. I admire tough people, right? That's why I gravitate towards Stephon and so many of you guys on the call, right? I gravitate toward that. And to see such strong-minded, driven, do whatever it takes to make it happen, to be the cornerstone that freaking inspire those around them, man, I'm freaking fired up. Every time I'm on this call, I spend hours preparing, right? It's just all the stuff goes through my mind. What can I give to you guys? It's really, what are you guys giving to me? I see people breaking boundaries like Pete, 12 cells. I got Frank over there, just insane at 18. What the freak? That's new standards. We're breaking boundaries, guys. Right? So if the bamboo take 5 years and all of a sudden it exponentially grow, where do you think CMC will be a few years from now? Where do you think you guys will be a few years from now?
To the moon.
On the top, baby. EMC, $1 billion revenue.
Right. You guys seen Tesla? It's like, no words. No words. It's out of this world. The guy's from Mars or something, right? It's like normal rules of stock markets and all that crap. It's out the window, right? I already bought it and I'm like, screw it. I'm just going to ride with this guy now. Bought some stock today. Right? That's the kind of mentality that we need, guys. That's the kind of mentality that's going to fuel growth. That's why I'm so excited today. You know, I would love to see the next rally. I want to show you guys. We used to do this thing called the top Cornerstone event. You know, about a year or so ago, we did it at the Staples Center when the Lakers was playing. Right? When I get an opportunity, I'm going to show you guys that video. It's pretty exciting. The next leaders event is going to be twice as big. You can mark my word. Right? Because we're so anxious to get out there. So we're going to celebrate big when I see you guys again. Right? So remember, guys, it's good to have your whys. It's good to know what you want, but it's much more important to develop that habit, just like the farmer did. Right? Day in and day out. Just look at what works. Look at what's necessary. And it's that simple. Just do it. You know, Andy is a prime example. Right? Andy didn't have a degree. He didn't go to college. Right? But the one thing I noticed in Andy right away when I first met with him and worked with him within a short period, like a month, I'm like, this guy is going to be something. Right? Because Andy just do. Like, Andy, meet me here. All right. Andy, here's the pitch. Okay. Right? Andy, I need you to take out people. All right. He just execute. He sees the habit that works. He takes all the good and he absorbed it, leave all the bad. That's why it's no surprise that Andy right now is the youngest in our family, in my family of cousins and things like that, to be highly successful. Right? You got to ask how much he's making, but you know, definitely inspiring. He's not even 25 yet. You have 2 Mercedes, right? I don't know why you need 2 Mercedes, but you got 2. So I'm my goal and my purpose in life is to create cornerstones like Andy. I want to see how many more millionaires I can create. I see so many companies like Smart Circle, Sipcore, these companies bigger than us, that I feel doesn't share really the love. You know, I strongly say that just because like they're very number driven, right? I don't like quitting on people because people didn't quit on me, right? So unless you quit on yourself, you're in it. You know, and I think that's what makes us great. That we're not looking for perfection. We're not looking for people that's perfect. We're looking for people that desire to grow, right? That's hungry, and we create something beautiful together, right? So that's really all I have for you guys, man. Just remember, be patient, do the right thing daily. Know why you're here, but just focus on the daily habits, and I guarantee you guys, why not?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right, Andy, back to you.
I appreciate those kind words. Cool guys. So it's a new start of the week. If you guys can see the scoreboard here, you know we had Frankie went out there and just broke a new boundary. 18 sales, guys. We're not asking you guys to do this. Of course, as leaders, we want to take care of our customers. We want to take care of our new guys, and you know show them the way. So I do want to have Peter speak here. He's one of our top leaders, still able to go out there and produce. But not only that, have guys out on his team and also produce as well. So Pete, I want to recognize you as the highest roller as a leader. What works for you? What can you share with us?
All right. Hey, what's up, guys? So I don't know who some of you were on the call last Friday, but I'm gonna say the same thing last Friday as I'm gonna say today. What really worked is in and out without fail is just working in territory correctly. And for those who are not on the call, my secret or my magic sauce is just finding a good area and just really stick around with it. Really have people like you. Make an effort to make them see you multiple times. So now you don't come off as a con artist or a night flyby, so they can have more faith in doing business with you. I mean, case in point, I got this guy. He thought I was just some random guy just trying to come and sell him some TV and cable. It blew me off 3 times. But when I finally got him, it was a wrap. It was a 3-in-1, right? And got him, got his other business, got his home business, all that in one account. Only because I was persistent enough to go back and work my territory correctly. And the 3rd time when I came around, I didn't even pitch him. I just peeked my head in. I'd have this big cheesy smile. It's like, hey, you ready now? Type of look. You know, he either gave me the heads up or the heads down. That's it. I don't have to speak to the guy anymore. He knows who I am. He see me coming in with my polo, right? So I have gone to a distance where all these repeat customers that keep on wanting me coming back, and most of us new guys, you know, you're gonna lose time in this because sometimes this customer is gonna say to you just to blow you off. They don't expect you to come back. But guess what? This guy, you know, I keep on coming back because I made a conversation. I understand what they have, so they trust me that much more. So it's no secret, guys. If you guys not doing the relooping strategy, you're leaving too much money on the table. You need to really take care of your business and work the territory correctly. There's no point driving around in circles looking for fresh turf when turf is right under your nose. Just work it. Figure out a reloop system and put them in your calendar. And I tell myself, these are the days I'm relooping. These are the days I'm doing follow-ups and new sales. So I'm not really going out on a stretch to reloop. I reloop because it's within my territory. So it's not a big deal to just go and see John down the street. So if you're not doing it, I challenge you guys to do it. You will see results, and more to come, guys. Thank you. That's about it.
Sweet, thanks, Pete. Hey guys, this week let this week be the theme of taking care of our customers. As leaders, our customers are our new guys, are the guys that's been working with us for a long time. You know, if you guys got to go out and retrain, go out there and retrain. But this customer is the only thing that's paying our bills, right? You know, we don't have friends and family that's gonna pay for your dentist bill, your mortgage, right? Our customers are paying our mortgage, are paying for gas and paying for food and the luxury life that we live. So take care of our customers, you know, out there in the field, but also in-house. So let's keep that in mind, guys. Let's go out there and kill it this week, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow's call.